So I can solve a problem, but that doesn't mean I'm adding more value to your life. I can sell all day long without even providing value, but that doesn't mean that it's going to convert into a sale.
Okay, that's a great tweet. I will tweet it and I will mention you from Udits. Yeah. So Udit, from selling multiple ventures, failing a venture, to building a successful company in India and where you're servicing clients across the world, there might have been a lot of roles that you took as an entrepreneur in your businesses. What are those few things that you have a love-hate relationship with when it comes to entrepreneurship? Because I think like there are few things where you are like, no, sometimes I like it, sometimes no, it's irritating for me. So what are those few things in your career and in your journey?
I think the entrepreneurship itself is that love and hate relationship, right? Because one day you get up and you feel like, nahi yaar, it's not possible. The next day you get up with 10 times more energy and you're like, let's freaking do it, right? Yeah. So entrepreneurship itself is that journey where you sort of have different emotions that goes through. One day you get very good sales and you're super excited. The next day you are getting low sales and you're like, yaar, matlab kahin galat industry mein to nahi ghus gaye. theek hai? So that is a constant journey that you will always have. You'll feel like quitting multiple times. You'll feel like again pursuing a lot of time. A lot of roller coaster will keep on happening every single day for yourself. So for me, one thing that my last startup has taught me is focus on sales. More than marketing, more than building, focus on selling. That is so very important. That is, I would say, like, it's something that I love. And then again, slowing down is what I hate. But then again, this is again something
important.
That's very critical.
Yeah.
Right? You cannot just try to go at such a rapid pace, because the quicker you would go up, the faster you would come down. That is how the world of economics work. We cannot change that. Anyone who has tried to go up very quickly has come down at the exact same equal rate. But anyone who has grown consistently, you take an example of the founder of Zoho and Zoho as a company. 22 years in making, still bootstrap, profitable, built over 50-60 products today, and they are growing consistently with a core mission that the founder has. He has gotten so many acquisition offers. It's like, I'm not interested, because I've built this company to serve the community. I've built the company to help more people out. I have built the company to create job employment. Purpose is clear. So that purpose of an entrepreneurship is very important. So that's what I would say, like that good hate and love relationship will always be there as an entrepreneur towards entrepreneurship.
Like I read this book, Start With Why, with from Simon Sinek, and like it stuck with me. He says like, if you can figure out what your why is, you will be able to figure out how to do and what to do. And I think it is extremely important to kind of have that sense of belonging in a community and sense of kind of have a reason of doing things, because at the start, like everybody is like, I want to make as much money as possible in the shortest amount of time possible. And then soon you realize, once you have decent amount of money, which is a kind of extra for you, you are like, now what? Now I don't know what really is that I'm interested in. So I think that sense of why is extremely important, right? Now I'm going to kind of drift this conversation towards service and deciding your market, because I think for any freelancer, for any service provider, it is slightly easier to figure out what your skills are and what your services are, because that's in your control. How would you say a person who is just starting out in the world of service, like how would you decide, okay, this is the market that I want to enter in with the services that I have?
The most important thing is how good you are with the problem solving statement. For anyone in general to grow professionally, you need to have problem solving skills. This is regardless whether you're doing freelancing, you are building a company, or you're doing a job. It is regardless. You have to solve a problem. Even if you are working offline, let's say in a restaurant, that's still a problem statement, right? You have to solve that problem statement. So people pay for the problems to be solved. That's what people pay for. Absolutely. Or people pay for, even if you're buying and spending on entertainment, that is still a problem. That how do you entertain people? And people pay for that. Understanding what sort of a problem that you can solve and how effectively you can solve is going to be directly related to how much money you're going to make.
So basically, value provided is equals to money earned, right? That's the equation.
I wouldn't call it value. I would call it problem solving, because problem solving is very different than providing value. So I can solve a problem, but that doesn't mean I'm adding more value to your life. So they both are completely different, yet they can be directly proportional to each other at the same time. But they are again sort of indirectly proportionate as well. I can provide as much value as I want, but that doesn't mean that it's going to convert into a sale. I can sell all day long without even providing value. People would not care because their problem is getting solved.
Yeah.
So this is where the value part comes in, to retain people. That's where you have to understand the difference between the value proposition and your core selling proposition and your problem solving capabilities.
Basically, people will come to you being able to solve their problem, and they will stay for you providing the value, if I'm not wrong. If that makes sense. Okay, that's a great tweet. That's a great tweet. I will tweet it and I will mention you from Udit, yeah? Which is great.